Peace, peace, peace. Let's see if we on the IG. Peace, peace, peace. Peace to the family. What up, what up, what up, what up? Oh man, hold on. Peace, peace, peace. Peace to the family, peace to the family. Tonight we are going to be doing open calls. Peace to the family, peace to the family. Hope everybody is doing great. Tonight we are going to be doing an open call. All right. Open call, open floor. Shout out to everybody in the building. Give me a minute. I'm putting everything together. Welcome to Melanin Mondays. You are now rocking with the best. Yes, this is your host for the evening, Brother Richfield. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Make yourselves comfortable. Make yourselves comfortable. All right. Boom. Send that out. Peace, y'all. Peace, y'all. We're going to do roll call in a minute. Let everybody come in the building. You know what I mean? We just really popped up. We didn't even make an announcement. So yeah. Shout out to everybody in the building. I see you. We're gonna do roll call in a minute. I just sent an invite out. So the family's gonna be pulling up. Louisville, Kentucky was really good. PCR. Salute. All right. Salute, salute. Boom, boom. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. Give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. Mm, mm. Charlotte Brooks, peace, peace. Greetings, greetings, greetings. All right, greetings, greetings, greetings. Greetings to the family. Peace, love, and light to the family. Peace, love, and light. Good evening, good evening. Welcome to Melanin Mondays, y'all. Welcome to Melanin Mondays, episode 261. You are now rocking with the best. Yes, this is your host for the evening, Brother Richfield in the building. And tonight we got a special episode. We are gonna have what is called an open line. All right. I do this every now and then where I hear from the people. You know, this is we haven't heard from the people in a very long time. There's so much going on. So we want to take the temperature of the people, find out where they at with it. You know what I'm talking about? And do it like that. We want to do it like that. Okay. That's very important to me. Um, you know, just put it out there. Let the ancestors take over. So yeah, that's what we're about to do. I'm gonna do a quick roll call. We're gonna see who's in the building, and then we're gonna go ahead and commence to this open line. We ain't gonna be here all night, you know what I mean? We're gonna chop it up, and we're gonna take the tempo. We're gonna see what's really good going on around the world. World famous. Give me 1 second. Shout out to everybody in the building. We have some sponsors tonight, and we do have some announcements tonight. We got some good news. Okay, hold on. For Melanin Mondays. For everybody that's pulling up, you were given the link, so you were in the back office, and this is for the open line. I did send another link for anybody that doesn't want to come through and be on camera and whatnot. There's another link in your inbox where you could just participate in the audience. You feel me? But let me drop that in the order. Let me drop this too. So if there's anybody out there that wants to pull up, and come in pot, drop some stank. So we got Louisiana in the building. Shout out to Louisiana. All right. Shout out to Louisiana, a very mystical place. Everybody will be down there for Mardi Gras coming up very soon. I heard y'all gonna have some issues with y'all crawfish. You feel me? Free the crawfish and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? Free the crawfish. I'm not a big fan of crawfish. I'm gonna go and put myself out there. They might ban me from Houston. I think the third ward might put me in a no-fly zone. They might get in touch with Trick and be like, do not allow Rich Phil to come to Houston. This nigga talking crazy about crawfish. But we not doing crawfish, y'all. We not doing crawfish. Don't even let me get all apolitical and talk about the health misbenefits of the goddamn cockroach of the sea, right? We ain't gonna go there. I'm gonna let y'all live with the fact that the shit is a cockroach. I'm gonna just say that it's not fucking with shrimp, and I'm not doing shrimp either. I'm not doing lobster. I'm not doing shrimp. I'm not doing no damn crawfish. I'm not doing catfish. You feel me? Them shits are scavengers and whatnot. I saw catfish eating in the damn river. I never saw that before. I'm a city slicker, and I saw the catfish in Texas eating. Yeah, I had to fall back. I was like, hell no, not me. I ain't. Them niggas eat anything. They was eating poop. You feel me? They'll eat poop if you drop it in. Those are the piggly wigglies of the sea. So all of them seafood to be busting, they just happen to be cockroaches of the sea. I'm good. You dig? Shout out to PG County, Maryland. Shout out to PG. Shout out to Collindale, Pennsylvania, and whatnot. You dig? Shout out to you. Shout out to Denver, Los Angeles in the building. All right, we see you. All right. Shout out to LA, Los Angeles, Louisville. All right, was really good. Where's the IG family at? Tap in with, let me see. Let me tap in with the IG. Where y'all at? Roll call on the IG. We got Texas. I know we got Texas in the building real deep because it's almost like I threw some poop in the water because the waters are ruffling right now. They went after that catfish statement. They eating it up. Cincinnati, Ohio. We got Denver in the building. Tucson, Strong Island. You know what I mean? We got Strong Island, Virginia. You feel me? Somebody said the motherfuckers have whiskers. You come on now. I mean, I'm not trying to mess nobody's meals up tonight. I'm not one of those people. I don't want to wear. I'm not a Debbie Downer or a party pooper. I have fun too. I do catfish po' boys, my niggas. I do it. But what I'm saying is right now, we gotta keep we standing on truth, right? Cat Williams charged you niggas for 2024. It's exposure all year, right? We standing on truth. So we doing catfish exposed tonight. No love for the No love for crustaceans, right? No love for the hardbacks. No love for the other side. We riding on catfish, and them crawfish is getting spinned on, bro. Belize in the building, Seattle in the building. We got Harlem in the building. Talk black to me. We got Oregon in the building. You know, yeah, you know that shit fries up. The shrimp fry up, bro. It whips up. It whips up. We're not gonna deny it. It whips up, but it's a fucking roach. KT and Black Magic is on a fast, and you starting tomorrow. I might as well start with you because I need to do the deworming and all of that. I gotta get real serious about this. I was telling myself that this morning or this rising. Charlotte in the building. Shout out to Charlotte. Shout out to Charlotte. Somebody already broke their fast. Shout out to you. I ain't mad at you. Columbus, Ohio, New Orleans, Greensboro. We got Vegas in the building. Tucson in the building. Tucson. Listen, Tucson, we coming your way February the 1st. Please make room. All right. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Put our poster on the wall. Knock over some goddamn straws in Starbucks and tell them that the pillars are coming to Tucson. You know what I'm talking about? Break a window or something. Let them know that we on the way. Mexico in the building, Winston-Salem in the building. We got Barbados. We got Amityville, Long Island, Strong Island in the building. You feel me? We got Sam in Baghdad. Sam, you a bad man. It's 5 a.m. Oh, that's Troy in Baghdad. You know what I'm talking about? ATX in the building. I see you, Northern Mexico. I see you too. You know what I'm talking about? KT started today. Damn. I could have started. I should have been on time with that. My days is off. I didn't even know that it was Monday till about 4 o'clock. Duval in the building. The scavengers have parasites. Henceforth, why I'm saying publicly, cleanse time, y'all. However you get it, whoever you go through. Different people are doing different fast and whatnot. I know the Sankofa house, they had their fast in the beginning of the month. And I know that a few other people, Pop Darby in the building. Pop, I'm talking greasy about crawfish. My brother, please forgive me. Don't go in on me. And you know what I'm talking about? Don't, you know what I mean? Don't send them goons on me, dog. All I'm saying is they raising the price on crawfish because of the winter freeze. There's unprecedented cold fronts in the South. The South turned into New York. Low key, I looked at the weather and it was colder in Atlanta than New York. We in a different day and time. Shit done changed. You know what I'm talking about? It was colder in Atlanta than in New York. There was never a day when I lived out here back in the days where that ever happened. Never, ever happened like that. You feel me? Detroit East in the building. You know what I'm talking about? Chandler, Arizona via Oakland. Yes. St. Louis in the building. Yes, indeed. Duval up in his thing. You know, we had to talk to little Duval in his comment section today. He was talking greasy about Yaki with health. I'm like, little Duval, you don't talk like that. Stay in the fucking comedian's place. Don't start questioning nobody about health. Y'all are no disrespect, but this is where we got to start drawing a line. We're in these blended communities now. Dallas was 14 degrees the other day, right? Dallas was 14 degrees the other day. Atlanta was 14 degrees the other day. Shit is unheard of. You feel me? You got all them damn lizards in Florida croaking and whatnot. So they raising the price on the crawfish. When my daughter was being born, you feel me? I'm getting ushered into the Creole way of life. I'm getting ushered into Houston living, y'all. I'm hearing all about these crawfish. I'm a New York nigga. We eat shrimp and General Tso chicken. I'm hearing all of this talk about crawfish. So I go down south. I'm like, I'm about to tear this shit up. You feel me? This shit is busting the way they talking about it. This is finna be busting. We go and buy it. We go to a spot. Mind you, it got real crocodiles by the spot. You know what I'm talking about? It's real crocodiles by the spot. Where did I go? I went to Where's the little shit on the way to Galveston Beach where there's like a there's the Ferris wheel and all of that other shit. Somebody knows the name of what I'm talking about. So I go there. It's like Duck Dynasty reunion and whatnot. These niggas was pulling up in these goddamn monster trucks, y'all. They had the dudes with the spider tattoos on their elbows and whatnot. It looked like a Duck Dynasty reunion, a Duck Dynasty casting call, matter of fact. So we sit down respectfully. Mind you, this is like 2013. You know what I mean? You know, I'm being ignorant to all things that I already know because what I don't do is I don't pull up to nobody. I'm about to have a child with this lady, so I'm with her family. So what I don't do is get around nobody's families, this potential in-laws, and start telling them what I don't eat. No, I don't do that. My mama didn't raise me like that. My mama didn't raise me like that. You feel me? No. No, I was staying right there. I was staying really near Nassau, and it's all the way down the highway going towards Galveston. It's a what's the name of that shit? They got like rides and there was a thing that I went to called Moody's. It got pyramids. Y'all know about Moody's? It got pyramids. It's like glass pyramids, and it's built on like some private land. You feel me? But anyway, so they order a bucket of crawfish. They order this shit by the pound. I'm like, where they do that at? Because where I'm from, we don't order shrimp by the pound. We don't got it like that. You know what I'm talking about? A nigga is out here penny pinching the shrimp where I'm from. We like, yo, son gave me an extra shrimp. I'm on 11. They like, yo, a nigga done blessed me with an extra shrimp. I must have to go play the lottery. Moody Gardens. Yeah, Moody Gardens is where I went before, but this is not what I'm talking about where I ate the crawfish. This was one of those other places where a lot of white people, it's by the waters where the boats and everything is at. Anyway, they break the crawfish out. They gave us a bucket with newspaper and whatnot. I'm still not judging. I'm just like, this is different and whatnot. This ain't what I'm used to. And then I crack open the crawfish and I commence to bring it towards my palate. And no, it wasn't catfish, it was crawfish. It was crawfish. Catfish is naturally busting, okay? It was the crawfish. I put the crawfish on my palate and I didn't taste anything. It didn't have the same flavor as the East Coast roach called shrimp. And I was politely perturbed. Kima Boardwalk. There you go. You know, I gotta take you niggas temperature and see where I was on Kima. I was in Kima Boardwalk. That's why I was at Kima with Lover Stroll out there in Texas and whatnot. You know what I mean? Out there with Duck Dynasty and Paula Dean and them niggas. You know what I'm talking about? Paula Dean and all of them. But it didn't have the right flavor. I ate 5 pounds of them shits and I was like, I'll never do this again. God damn it. A waste of 5 pounds. I could have put something else in my stomach that was 5 pounds. Pause. I didn't need that. Y'all be making all of that noise. So if they charging you a lot for the shit that wasn't already busting, I feel bad for y'all in Texas. Just go and get the Beyond crawfish. Get the vegan options. Go get Impossible crawfish or something. Don't even waste your time. My nigga Talik in the Third Ward got Soul Food Vegan. Go and support that before you go ahead and waste your money on that goddamn overpriced crawfish that it ain't worth nothing in the first place. The shit is trash. You know what I'm talking about? Respectfully. And that's coming from a former shrimp eater. You understand? You need to know your cockroaches. That's like a regular roach. Shrimp is like a cockroach. Shrimp is like a water bug. You know there's a difference between water bugs and cockroaches, correct? You know Atlanta got water bugs, but niggas don't really got roaches. Do you understand what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? Like people can have cock water bugs in their house, but it's not necessarily a project cockroach. It don't got asbestos on it. It's not the shit that came out of the nuclear fallout. It's not one of them. Yeah, water bugs fly. When I was in St. Croix, the water bugs were flying, and we was like little and whatnot. Trauma. Yeah, that shit stayed with us. Trauma. You hear the wings flapping and whatnot. I'm coming from Harlem or Brooklyn. We we was young. We didn't nigga didn't give us no warning about flying cockroaches in the Caribbean. Nigga, trauma that affected me. For real, for real. Look at Pop Darby. He said I'm vegetarian. I ain't eating none of it. Come on, man. We need a World Star reunion or something, Pop. This shit is crazy. We need a we need a paradigm shifters reunion. You know what I'm talking about? We gotta say before and after with everybody. Everybody started out eating crawfish, and now everybody is vegan, and I'm the vegan nigga that's eating crawfish. Look how the ball bounced. Look how the tables have turned. But yeah, man, water bugs. Atlanta got a lot of water bugs, but they don't violate. They're not like, they're not violators. They just, we're literally on their land. I understand when I see water bugs moving around, I'm like, it's because they built a cul-de-sac in the swamp. That's why. We're in the swamp, Phil. That's why I have to remind myself. You're in a fucking swamp. There's deers around, nigga. You're in their house. I have to tell my son he's panicking because there's a whole ant farm. I'm like, family, did you realize that they built this motherfucking house on top of a swamp? Yeah, we're surrounded by them. We're in their land. How about that? You're not not the other way around. So you got to get used to that. Somebody say you can't be rich if you're not eating from your farm to your table, brother. That's right. That's right. Them roaches, them water bugs taste good though. That's farm to table. You stir fry them babies. That's a lot of protein. That's a lot of protein. And when you grind the powder up, it's good for the smoothie. You know what I'm talking about? I'm getting ready for my doomsday prepper. You know what I mean? I got a bunker, and I'm grinding up insects and putting them in my smoothie and whatnot. So I get it. Farm to table, farm to table, you know. So I was like, let's do an open line because I want to see what's on people's mind. And I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link right there. Pull up, man. Y'all don't be camera shy and whatnot. This ain't no this is the block. This is like being in a barbershop. You know what I'm talking about? This is home. Where my KT aliens at? Pull up. We outside and whatnot. I want to know what's on your mind. This is an open line tonight. 2024, we just started. This is the first quarter. As you can tell, today is the 22nd. And I'm like, how did we get here? How did we get here? But we got here. And it's so much that has happened leading up to here. There's so much to talk about that we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna get into it and whatnot. You know what I mean? I got some goodies too tonight. We're going to do a giveaway. I got some goodies on deck. Proud to say that the Eagle has landed. I got some goodies on deck. I'm proud to say that the Eagle has landed. You feel me? The Eagle has landed. You feel me? And we got some goodies on deck. So we're gonna get y'all right. Somebody gonna get right. Now, I dropped the link in the chat. If anybody is in the building on the YouTube and y'all want to pull up, shout out to all of the Patreons in the building and whatnot. Shout out to y'all. Real quick, I want to remind everyone that we have an upcoming retreat. All right. This is very sudden, right? It's happening real fast. And you know how things happen when they're real fast. But this is limited to only 4 people. Unfortunately, we don't have room for more. We are almost at capacity. So we have limited room for only 4 people. 4 people. If you are listening to this right now and you may be considered what is known as a snowbird, right? You may be considered a snowbird. Yes, you could pull up and you do not have to bring your camera on. This is not about seeing anybody. We just want to hear you. You're not required to come on and show your face. That's not a requirement. Don't feel pressured like that. So this trip to Tucson, Arizona, Crystal Sun Rising, February the 1st to the 6th. International Crystal Workshop. We're going to be going to the International Crystal and Gym Show. They're going to be tours with Ross Ben. Okay. We're going to have workshops every day from Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then we'll have meditation Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We will have lectures. We will have hiking. We will also have yoga. And we will have a dinner at this event. Okay. It will be hosted by our good brother Amun Ra and the Twin Pillars. All right. Me and Blue will be in the building. Ross Ben and friends. All right. $777 for individual or $13.90 for a couple. If you live in the Tucson area and you just want to attend the events, we also have a link for you as well. So you could participate. Of course, you do not have to pay that ticket. That is for the accommodations of room and board, as well as all of the other amenities that come with that. That's full accommodation. However, if you live in the Phoenix area or the Tucson area and you just want to pull up, well, we also have that option on our RSVP site. I dropped the link. The link is available in the description of all of these different channels that we're broadcasting through tonight. And we just dropped it in the chat room. I will drop it on IG as well. Y'all need to pull up. Y'all need to pull up. Get involved and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? Get involved and whatnot. And we're also gonna be offering investment opportunities for anybody that's out there that want to put some money up for these gems and these quote unquote precious gemstones and these rocks that cry out. You feel me? This crystal currency that we're gonna be surrounded by for the month of February. Keep in mind the Super Bowl is going to be out there as well. So the energy is crazy. Yeah, that part. So we'll talk about that. But that's the sponsor for tonight's show. And we will have Ross Ben in the building before we go to Arizona so we could talk about everything that we'll be doing out there. So let me stop talking and let me welcome all of my guests in the building. I'm going to do this. I'm going to bring everybody in the building because I hate that feeling of having to wait for somebody to wrap it up and then you just in the back room, mad anxious, and then you be like, you know what? I'm just going home. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and open up the floor for all of my guests tonight. All right, let's bring you in one by one. Yadamin, Shamo Love, New Diamonds. All right, and Ramani Fesh, you got to connect your thing. All right. Well, I want to start with New Diamonds because she has her camera on. Salute for your bravery. You are beautiful. How are you doing today?
Thank you. I'm doing great. I love the fact that you're still on YouTube. I know you know how YouTube is, so I salute
Yes.
you. I came over here to give you your flowers. I appreciate everything that you do for this community that you've been doing, your family, for the generations, man. I
Thank you.
have my
Thank
own
you.
business. You encouraged me to start my own business, so it's like I just came on here to give you your flowers, man. I'm
You a
honored, and
legend.
you the legend, man. You've been doing this,
Nah,
man.
nah. But you the legend because you doing something. You validate me when you doing something and you get to come back because you saying this is more social currency than me saying what I be doing. I promise you that. For somebody that's watching this, that what you saying it hits harder than me saying, I promise y'all there's somebody out there just listening to this information and they're taking it and they're making their lives, to for them to see
Right,
it, it's another whole, it hit differently.
right.
So I encourage you to keep building, keep pushing, keep opening up, kicking them doors, not even opening up, kicking them doors down and whatnot, and having the realizations. because that's really what builds our confidence as these business owners, is when you start realizing like you might be online at the post office with a whole Santa Claus bag full of orders, and you be coming to the realization like, yo, I'm literally popping right now.
Yes.
Like I'm dropping off somebody's whole month of their paychecks type shit.
Yes.
So we offering a lot of new services for 2024, and they're going to be directly, catering to blowing up our businesses and helping us with our management, amongst many other things, automation. So just know behind the scenes, I'm doing my damnness to build this machine tight. And when it comes to YouTube, my good brother Rich, he explained to me that I can't necessarily disappear from the matrix like that, because even though I know that I'm good, there's millions of people that don't know if I'm good. They don't know where I'm at. They don't know what's going on. They don't know they don't get our perspective about what's happening. So he was like, if you die in the matrix, you die in the real world. And when he
Yes.
said that, you know what I mean? Like I was like on some red pill shit. I felt that. So we
Yes.
back. And we gonna make
Yeah.
this channel. Yeah, we gonna be back with a vengeance, though. We gonna be back with a vengeance. We gonna build this up bigger than the last one.
Yes.
It's all
Um,
possible, very
You're,
possible.
you are just such a great motivation and inspiration. I literally, yeah, you can't just disappear, man. You can't do us like that, man. It's like this is
No doubt.
another platform, another portal for people to go to your Patreon, for people to go to, like you said, the upcoming retreats and the
Right,
lectures. And so it's like you got to do, like you said, leave the breadcrumbs, leave the little breadcrumbs for us to come and follow, so we can get to the loaf and break bread with you too, because
right,
you helping all of our minds and just generations. And man,
right.
I'm just super thankful
I
and
just right. I
gratitude.
just want right. You know what I mean? Like I won't never say that YouTube will have me on a leash or they'll put me in a muzzle and whatnot. But when that war is strategy. You know what I'm saying? Like if this was season 2 of after I won a championship or whatnot, and we came back and we had to repeat the season, we would have to change our defense and our offense. So I'm on the floor playing the game, but for Know the Ledger, as you can see, Know the Ledger, it incorporates Web3, blockchain, crypto, and all of these things. We're going to be diving a little bit deeper into this new digital world that's being built all around us with Know the Ledger. So that's cleaner. It's going to be a lot cleaner. But the archives and that too hot for TV shit, yeah, that's yeah. You
We
know what I'm
know where to
saying?
go. We know where to
You know
find
where
you,
to go.
man.
Yeah, that part. So thank you so much. I'm gonna go to the next uh fam in the building. We got KT Aliens deep in the building tonight. All right. So let me bring my good brother Jediam in, Chamo in. All right. Peace. What's good with y'all?
Hey, peace, God.
All right. Peace, God. What's good? How are you?
I'm feeling good. You know what I'm saying? Like it's been a blessing to start this year off. With all the wisdom that you guys give, and I'm like,
Right.
I'm taking it all whole. You know what I mean? Like I
Right.
feel like this is a time for everybody to step into like your authenticity. How do you say authenticity? I'm sorry.
Authenticity.
Yes, sir. And
That's right. That's right. You see it, right?
yes.
Did we steer you wrong when we brought Ross Spin forward and we was like, look, we just want to get everybody dressed for the party because 2024, that shit gonna start off with a bang. It's not gonna slow down. The quantum quickening is gonna do what it's supposed to do. However, everything that's being done is being done in the service of fulfilling, what I mean, the prophecy of the fact that this is our year. That's what I see.
Facts.
I don't see nothing occurring that's like going against that narrative. Like shit is lining up. The veils are being lifted. People are seeing things that they never thought that they was gonna see. But those of us who heard, we chilling. We like, oh, word. You don't say. You don't say.
Real
Niggas
talk.
was like, yo, a dinosaur just fell out the sky by the end. You don't say. You don't say. You don't say.
Wagwan, wagwan, wagwan.
Well, go on. Peace to the
Big up,
God. Well, go on.
big up
Peace.
family all the way from Jamaica. You don't know.
That's why I lit up the spliff. I already knew the Mondem was in the building. I could feel it. You know what I'm saying?
I
I
see it.
had to get the spliff ready for the Mondem. It's
Yep.
almost like this is almost like you know how you gotta call Candyman and shit. You gotta light a big head to
So,
bring somebody from Jamaica on the fucking chat. What's good though?
yeah, man, everything good, man. Just want to say, yo, shout out to you, cause been watching you from I was like 19-year-old. I'm 23 now,
That's
and
dope. That's
you
dope.
were my introduction into really start searching for the truth. And man, it's been crazy. Like so much things I learned, even about crypto, from you introducing us to Chicago Bully from way back when. It's just so much information, and then I get to share it with my people that I'm around here. So it's really great, man. Really appreciate what you do.
That put the biggest smile on my face because yo, from where I'm at in the States and whatnot, and we hear about what's going on the island and shit. So, we don't know if people are tapped in. We don't know if the information is moving through the island and certain people are able to benefit off of that. So you just saying that is almost like it's a stamp, it's a notarization of me knowing that we doing something to help Jamaica.
Yeah, man, for sure. Cause me, I share the information with my people that I'm around and make sure because it's just an information game. A lot of people don't know what is going on, so I
That's
really,
right.
yeah, just share it and let everyone know what's up.
I appreciate that, man. Stay tapping in, bro. And I promise you, we will be in JA real quick, real soon. Probably this
Yeah.
year, we're gonna make that trip.
And when you're in JA, my uncle own a vegan restaurant, like five
Oh,
minutes
word?
from the Montego Bay Airport. So just let me know when you're coming, and I'll let him know. And yeah,
Say less. Say less. I mean, even if I'm coming, I'm gonna let you. We might, have a retreat. So we're gonna need people to pull up, not just for guidance and whatnot, just to come and connect. Just to
yeah,
come and connect.
we
So
can
we're
link
gonna
up.
let you know.
Yeah,
Salute, man.
yeah, brother. One love.
One love. Real quick though, I want to know what do you and we're gonna come back to you real quick. I gotta introduce people. We're gonna come back to the yard Monday. So who else we got in the building? All right. We got Chamo in the building. Shout out to Chamo.
Hey, Red, nice to talk to you for the first time, man. Been listening for about a year and a half, and it's been a great experience.
Beautiful, man. I appreciate that, man. I really do. Where do you live, if you don't mind me asking you?
I'm in Miami. I'm in
Woo!
Miami. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Woo!
So and every
Okay.
time you come, every time you come up,
You in
I
the
always shout out
building.
Miami 305,
Now,
and
I attribute Miami. That's really when my creation myth. When I tell my story, Miami, money is a major thing. That's where it really made it coalesced for me. You feel me? Not to say that it didn't make sense before, but I was in Miami from like '03 to '05, listening to Jeezy and whatnot, Thug Motivation. I started with the mixtape though. You feel me? I started with Trap or Die, nigga. You know what I mean? And I literally, it was just changing everything in my circumference. Like I was seeing things from a conscious perspective. Not from because the thing about Jeezy is his music. You can apply it to what you doing,
I
and
remember you. Sorry, I remember you mentioning Miami, like in your story, and I don't know if I'm mistaken, but also uh, about your spiritual growth. There was something about Miami that
yeah,
that influenced you, and I always thought it was interesting because I had maybe it was something in the air. It was like the beginning of the Iraq War, and I was in the music scene around 2003. I remember because my wife was pregnant with my first son, and it was a moment of a moment of a lot of growth, and there
Yes.
was like an organically grown music and artistic scene happening, and it's something that outsiders don't, like everybody will think about people, but there was
Right.
like there was like this underground, you had, and there was like reggae artists like Johnny Dredd. He was just
I
one of
remember
many.
Johnny Dredd.
You remember Johnny Dredd? Yeah, he's the first one that told me, and he was smart because he didn't say, "Oh, stop eating meat." He said like, you should eat less meat. Like he made it like to sound like more possible. But there was
Right.
definitely a lot of, and I thought it was interesting when you told in past times when you told about in your story that something happened in Miami, and I was thinking about the timeline, and I always thought it was interesting that it happened around the same time.
No, for sure. Yeah, Miami was the catalyst to a lot of things, and you know, I was rolling with Pitbull, so the whole Pitbull experience, watching Pitbull go from an underground artist, a mixtape artist, a battle rap artist, because he was a battle rapper, and then turn into the superstar that he is, and then he was putting me in different positions and whatnot to learn the game from behind the scenes. So I
Right.
learned how to manufacture clothes because they put me in charge of merch. They put me in charge of the merch. You feel me? They also put me in charge of the stylist for his look and whatnot. And then they put me in charge of filming the documentary, being on stage in all of these different states. And I held the camera and I was making content. Now, keep in mind, this is '03. Somebody capturing content back then, that was somewhat rare. Everybody wasn't using their phones as amateur cameramen and whatnot. And then I got with Duo Live, a group of Nyabingi Rastas out of Brooklyn, right? It was 8 of them, and they taught me ITAL living. They taught me about the whole Nyabingi lifestyle, ITAL living, a little bit about Selassie and Ethiopia and Christ consciousness, right? And then they
Right.
also showed me the independent grind because they were making like 3 bands a day off of music right on South Beach, and they wasn't signed to nobody. So I got to see the juxtaposition of a artist who went pop and whatnot. He was potentially becoming a pop superstar, and then I got to see the ground. I got to see artists who were independent and how they were able to come up and blow up and get deals and whatnot and do all of these things. So it was interesting. It was interesting, yo. It was very
Right.
interesting. And I went to New York and I never turned back after that because I already knew what I was gonna do. What do you mind if you mind me asking you, Jediam, what do you do, King?
So right now, I'm a manager.
Okay.
Been running a site out here in Tennessee, um,
Dope, dope.
and I do TikTok, do some
Com-
I'm
Comedy
giving
or what
knowledge
you do?
kind of
Oh,
thing.
you be dropping
I was
information
into
on
the
it.
comedy, yes sir. Um, right now it's just like I'm into a lot of things. I'm trying to get the crystal business out here, right? Because we got to get the gods and goddesses activated. You know what I mean? And music,
Did you
man.
see the
There's
flyer
a
that I
lot of
put up?
dreams, right? Yes, sir.
Did you see the flyer that I put up?
I have not yet.
Okay, so I'm gonna just share something with you real quick, and this is just one of the reasons why I'm doing the open line, right?
Okay.
Because intention is everything, right?
Sir.
So with intention, this is how we become from thinkers and doers to knowers. Because it's one thing to set the intention, then it's another thing to take action. So today I set the intention when I was making a flyer, when I was putting it, when I got picked up for this event yesterday, right? This event is going down in Arizona.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, you know what I want to do? I want to go to my network and I want to offer the people in different states that are dealing with the stone business, right? The sacred stones, right? The jewels, right? The jewel Santanas. You know what
Right.
I'm talking about? You feel
Yes,
me?
sir.
The crystal currency,
Yes, sir.
right? The crystal currency. Because what they probably never seen is what I bear witness to, and that's the International Gym Show. I seen it. I seen it with my very own eyes 2 years ago. It's the illest shit that you can ever see in the world. Imagine a whole city with gym shows everywhere. I'm talking about football stadium size.
Ah,
Yeah,
there you go.
right. Football stadium size. Like the whole city is just filled with pure crystal currency. So I say, yo, I'm gonna tell my network that we going out there. I know what I'm going out there with. I'm gonna probably go out there with about 5. You know, I'm looking to have a
Like,
little more than 5, maybe 10 bands.
right.
But what I do know is the way that you shop in places like that is you have to shop as a quote unquote a group collective, right? You have to shop not as an individual. You have to shop as a buying group. So when you go to these tables, you can negotiate to be like, well, I want to get $1,000 worth of those stones right there. Versus if it's just you shopping, I'm going to get $100 worth. Yeah, I don't know what happened.
But I
So
took that screenshot too.
okay, so yeah, what we're going to be doing, and we're going to be offering different brothers and sisters who have stores, who have businesses, who have online services, and who want to get into the game and whatnot. We'll be shopping out there. What you know about the Meta Ray-Ban glasses, the VR glasses,
Just
where you
seen
can
them.
go right from the glasses.
Yeah.
Those out
They
there.
dropping everything. That technology with the Pluto Aquarius ushering in. All the technology's dropping, right?
Yes.
Right. It's crazy,
Yes.
man.
Yes. The technology. Well, we here now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Aquarius, Pluto and Aquarius. You know, Uranus is going crazy. So we are in the age of technology. You know what I mean? It's about knowing the epochs and the ages that you're in. The precession of the equinox necessarily it dictates something, right? So when it dictates that you are in a certain age and whatnot, it will fare better if you were to actually, be in alignment with the age that you're in versus be out of time, out of space, and out of date. There's a
It's
lot
gonna
of
mess us
people,
up.
yeah, there's a lot of people walking around that are on different timelines, right? And they could look at you right in your eyes and whatnot, but y'all are not on the same timeline. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
Mentally, y'all are not on the same timeline,
Right. You stay away
you
from them
know?
cats, right? Unless you give them jewels. But it's like AA said, you can meet people at their animal level, but really you should be around the gods. You know what I mean? You need people that's gonna activate you.
You
I've been
need to
in my
be
yeah,
right. You need to be you don't need to be. I
yeah,
can't tell anybody what they need to do,
right,
right? But you fare better in the company of higher frequencies because water rises to its highest level,
mm,
right? This conversation I had yesterday when we had sacrilegious Sundays, and I talked about the fact that, sometimes we put ourselves in the company of individuals who, they mean us no good,
facts,
and we dumb ourselves down to be in the company of people, who we try to we shine in our light so bright that we try to go and warm them up. Like
right,
these niggas is like they overnight plates and whatnot. Like, you know, but we turn our light down because we shine so bright, but we turn our light down to make these people who don't have a bright light feel like they could even be seen.
Yes, sir.
You got to be careful about that though, because those are the people that will destroy you. You understand? Those
Right.
are the people that will snuff your light from you. If they don't have the light, where can they get it from other than take it from you?
I feel like
So,
I feel like Christ right now. Like, you know what I mean? And you gotta go in them dark places. I done been locked up, and being locked up around those people though, they you really get to shed that light. And these niggas is like, this nigga, you know what I'm saying? You in jail, you supposed to be hard body. But at
right,
that time, man, I felt like I really got to find my highest self in those darkest places. You know what I
right.
mean? And I'm thankful I went through that, because it's like Jesus, man. You gotta go through the metaphysicals, like the snake, right? The Satan, the temptations,
Of
the
course.
jail part.
Of
That's the
course.
easy. This world, this is the real goddamn test out here.
This is a prison planet.
Oh my God.
And you know what I mean? And the temptation of this planet will put you into a place where you might not be able to come back from. But it's the resistance that's gonna build the strength. It's the being able to pass your test and whatnot. You feel me?
Hell
That's what's
yeah.
gonna give you your strength when you know what you could resist, not
Right.
what you could be tempted by. Because
Right.
man can be tempted by anything at this point. The shit is so crazy outside. Man could be tempted by anything.
Yeah.
But if man could be tempted by anything, what does that make man? That doesn't make man special in any type of way. It's the man who could resist many things and whatnot. And
There we
he
go.
still remains a mystery because you don't know how to checkmate that person. Did you see that video with the African playing chess against 10 people?
I did. I
Yeah.
did.
So that's he is giving you the symbology of the Moor's return, right? He's considered a polyglot. That's what we used to do on a Saturday. We used to do that, like that was regular for us. You know how
Right.
when you go to a dojo and everybody's stretching and whatnot,
Yeah.
literally, that's how Moors was moving around Europe and whatnot. Literally, that is a perfect snapshot. That is a poster of what is coming back to this planet in the quote unquote in the vestige of the black mind coming back online in both man and woman and whatnot. But the blackamoor, the Messiah, the messianic one, that's what you saw right there.
I hear
And
you.
we need more of that and less of that other shit. We good on that. The scales have tipped overboard. The cup runneth over with the quote unquote ratchetness and the filth and the septic tanks.
People, I
So
hope, right? If they haven't done that shadow work, this is that year. Like, it's gonna start to show. Like, it's like trying to hide something. Those skeletons in the closet and shit. What's that,
yeah,
God?
what you think it is?
Stargate Journeys. That's that shit right there. Organic. Grams. What is it though? That's the shrooms.
I could say yes, I could say no. It just
Okay.
depends on who watching.
Yeah, I hear you, God. I mean,
Okay.
I bet it's that shit though. You feel me? That's
it's
what I
it's
need
it's,
right now.
it's self-explanatory at the end of the day.
Right? Stargate Journey,
Okay.
my nigga.
All
Yeah.
right. So yeah,
Man, I
that work.
need to tap in with you, God, because I got a chance to tap in with the Marcelian network, listening to the gods, and I was afraid. Not afraid, don't fear nothing. But I tapped in and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's just tapping in into nature again. You want to be as organic as you can, right? We've been so used to all this crazy ass shit. Like, y'all talking about fasting, my body, I'm vibrating so high right now. All I've been
Right.
wanting to drink is liquids. And I could literally
Rightfully so.
feel, yeah,
Are you an artist of any kind?
I could draw. I do music, you know what I mean? But I've been sleeping
Do
on
this.
make music and
Do
shit.
this.
What up?
Go
God.
to Michael's and get a book tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
Get you a set of maybe Sharpies, different colors, or if you could get oil markers, the oil
Yeah.
paint markers, and just fill the book up over today's Monday. By next Monday, just have the whole book filled up. Fill
Okay.
every page up. Go in on it. Take shrooms and just go and express yourself. Don't be perfect. What's your sign?
Aries.
Man, that's my son's sign, bro.
Shit hard
Y'all,
though.
y'all are determined. Go
Yeah.
all the way in on some airy shit
Okay, but
and create. In the interim, when you're doing the
yeah.
painting and everything, the music
Uh-huh.
and the rhymes are gonna come to you. Write that on your canvas. Don't
Okay.
separate the two. Your rhymes and your art is the same. So mix the mediums, and in the interim, if you could record, do that. Like just get in your creative bag until next Monday. That's the download that I got.
Okay. And I was just gonna ask you, God, cause
Oh, I'm sorry. And if you could attach yourself to KT and Black Magic Fast, which starts today, you could start it tomorrow. If you could tap in with that fast, that's gonna take you over the motherfucking. It's gonna take you to a place where you're gonna break some of your addictions and your vices, and you're gonna get a little bit of mastery back.
okay. Yeah. I was just gonna ask you one more thing, right? For taking your time. I appreciate you, God.
Nah, it's the open line. You ain't taking my time. We building, bro.
I know, man.
That's what I'm here
I
to
love
do.
you for that, Rich. Like for real, my guy. This you don't get to talk to the gods every day. People vibing so goddamn high, and you're a legend. You feel me? So
We all
I know
legends.
I'm blessed. I'm on the path right now. Like this
Mhm.
is already predestined and things like that. And I'm so grateful. You hear me? But
That's
I was gonna
right.
ask you, right?
Likewise.
So you heard me when I got on the show, and I'm a timid nigga. Like it's like I have my throat chakra fixed, but I don't know what it is about being on camera. We ain't even in the live audience and shit. I can get shit. You hear me? Start the show type thing, but
Right.
how do you activate your throat chakra, God, to just be that, the God you are, man?
Well, this around my neck is a device. This is
Okay.
not for jewelry purposes. This was actually given to me through initiation by the brother Hank Rosinson, right?
Salute. Salute. Ancestry, yes, sir.
This came in the year 2021 or 2. It's a recent addition to, my ensemble and whatnot. Prior to that, I was wearing precious stones and whatnot in the form of amethyst around my neck. This was all the way back in 2012. You feel
Woo.
me?
That year of
So yeah,
awakening.
this is acacia. I got acacia around my neck right now. I got
Okay.
I got particles of copper, gold. These are all inside of this resin. This is acacia wood. This is sacred. This is spiritual,
Yeah.
right? And then I got then he blessed me with this right here, right? This is another resin and whatnot. This is helping me with everything that I have to do in terms of my throat chakra, my energy. I adorn myself with the protection, bro.
I
It-
hear
it's
you.
not. It's my jewelry has utility. You feel me? Like my
Yes, sir.
fashion got utility, but definitely this is my armor,
Right.
and I'm never under no impressions that we not outside. Like it's a war going on outside, and look, I
Facts.
am always, how they say that they prayed up and whatnot. I
Yes,
don't
sir.
go nowhere without my armor. But if I
You.
do have to face anything without the armor, because it's been done before, man, money, man make the clothes don't make the man. So these adornments don't make me, but
Yeah.
it enhances.
Woo.
That's just me. I'm not saying to copy me, or I'm not saying that this is the
I
end
could.
or be right. I'm
Hey,
just telling you, when I didn't have nothing around my neck and whatnot, I still was working through, the confidence of being an orator. Remember, I received my orator blueprint from Dr. Sabi. right? Being in the crowd,
Man.
watching him speak.
Hey,
You
rest in
understand?
peace
So
to
I
God.
come on now. And then I
Peace.
got my grandfather. There was my father. It's
Right.
many orators in my life, but
Okay.
it was the Sabi archetype that showed me. Like I literally could remember. I'm barefoot. I got the rice cake with the salad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He barefoot. He's on stage. He got the linen on. I see the money. I see the bankroll. You know what I'm talking about? He got the spliff with mad people just like listening to him.
Right.
And I'm sitting there and I'm peeping certain things. And I'm like, yeah, we're gonna be doing that one day.
I hear you, God. Hey,
Yeah.
okay. What's your sign too, by chance?
I'm a Scorpion King.
You okay? You don't
That
play.
part.
Got fire in you too, right? That's why I think I
Yeah, I'm a
really mess
Scorpion
with
King.
you too. Okay, Scorpion King, yes sir.
All day. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yes sir.
I'm a Scorpion King.
I like an Aries, like nothing to play with. You feel me? Like test it if you want to, and you gonna find
Fuck
out type
around.
shit,
Yeah, fuck around and find out. You know what
right?
I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. Yo, the Aries, like, I'm not gonna give away my secrets, but
Oh shit,
yeah,
you gotta
the
give it to
Aries is
God,
nah,
man.
yeah, you know, y'all got some shit with y'all, bro. That's all I gotta say.
I'm
Both
starting
the
to invoke.
Aries, the Aries woman and man too.
Ooh, the women are
Aries woman and man too. Fire, fire, fire. You feel
fire,
me?
real
Yeah,
talk,
super fire.
real talk.
That
Well,
part.
man,
So
I salute you and thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, every time, look, you show love.
no doubt.
I'm gonna show love until we till you a million. You know what I'm saying? You got them million followers. I'll still been down, and I know you
I
got
already got a million
back
followers,
in the
man.
day.
Yeah,
You
that
hear me?
we
So
already
I'm
had a
about to
million.
share
You know what I'm talking
this.
about?
Yeah,
But
my
my thing too, make sure you tap in about that AZ. I would love for you to get some of
I was
the them stones that we gonna be picking up out there because it's gonna be it's so much that you can never even buy all of the shit that they got.
right.
And low key, we shouldn't even be purchasing what's really ours and whatnot. So the
Come on,
goal
God.
in the next 5 years is to have to go to the gym shows and just have people fill up all of our trailers and whatnot.
There
Like,
you
yeah,
go.
give me all of those amethysts
Give
right
you all
there. Yeah,
that.
the one that's a tub. Yeah, give me. I need that. That
All
come
of
out
it.
of my mountain right there. That's off my land.
Hey,
Yeah,
you seen the
we
courts?
got the yeah, we got the little scanner, we got the flipper, and it'd be like oh, that's from your land, that's from more land. Yeah, yeah. Put
Yeah.
that in the back. Yeah, let me get that shit. Yeah, yeah. Sock it to my pocket.
So I get to my pocket. You seen the courts coming out the road? What you think about that?
That the year of 2023 was all about the quote unquote subterranean world resurfacing.
Okay.
Everything was about what's buried coming to the surface.
Ooh.
So you are going to continue to see what was buried because everything, remember, all of these cities are built on top of cities. All of these societies are built on top of societies. All of these quote unquote, is it real everywhere where Britain had pulled up, and this is another announcement that I'm going to talk about for my next upcoming lecture. But everywhere that British ships pulled up and they planted their flag and whatnot, you're going to see the same thing playing itself out. You feel me? And it's basically the taking of the land, of the resources, the changing of the education system, the changing of so many things, and the and also the insertion of a criminal syndicate in disguise as government and government officials and institutions, but it's all criminal, right? All of it is all criminal. The
That's
same criminals that went from the British Empire and took over Australia. Remember, these are criminals. The
criminal.
same criminals that went into South Africa and killed off the Zulus. Keep in mind, these are criminals. They're from the British Empire. The same criminals that came over here in the Americas and did what they did, the same criminals that helped to implement selling human beings and whatnot and making that a commodity and a trade, these same people are also the kings and the queens of dope.
Mm. Period.
It was British. It was the British that was running the opium trade back in the days on the larger scale of that time with the opium wars against Asia. Right? This is the British Empire. This is quote unquote King Charles, the same person who shares a birthday with me. So he's a Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio. We just happen to be born on the same exact day. What does that mean? That means on a spiritual, symbolical level, the ruler of the natural world or the new world order, that the king of the new world order is a Scorpion king born on the same day as me. He's the Antichrist. They call him the Pindar. But I'm not going to get into all of that because, like I said, the Sentinels from the Matrix movie, the Sentinels are now the algorithm. That's the Sentinels. That's the same thing from the Matrix movie. What you saw is those little jellyfish or the Sentinels that was chasing
Yeah.
Neo in them.
Yeah.
That's the algorithm. So
Ooh.
when we say too many words, Agent Smith pops up. You know what I mean? Because the words are the trigger. So you
Period.
even have to be mindful of what you're saying because this is literally me. I'm Neo in the Matrix right now. And when Neo was in the Matrix, he had to watch out what he said and who he walked by and who he was standing next to and whatnot, because there was always somebody out there to get them. So on Google or Alphabet,
Yeah.
on Meta, and all of these places, my face, my algorithm, my biometric signature, it's been targeted and tagged, bro. Them people is, I can't stay in one place for too long.
Right.
And when I start saying certain things, it brings the sentinels. So I got a lot to say, but not here.
Right.
If you understand what I'm saying.
I
We
hear
here
you.
to chop it up. I'm here to let y'all know that we thriving and we alive and we not surviving, we thriving. But
Hey.
the conversation that really needs to be had on a higher level is not, YouTube is not high level for me. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to come over the paywall. That's high level
Okay.
in a safe space where we could be grown. So I'm just on board, and I'm giving people the red pill by coming on YouTube and giving them I'm funneling them into a safe space, which is my Patreon and my membership, my opportunities that I'm giving people. That's where we at with it.
Yeah.
So
Hey, and what's
appreciate you,
crazy,
man.
I appreciate you too. Like, once they took your channel, like I was trying to watch that video that you and Uncat did with me, man, because it made me cry. It did something to my heart, and I couldn't find it. I'm like, what the fuck happened to my nigga's channel? Like, what's going on? You feel me? But
Right,
I'm happy that you didn't let these people, right, keep you down, because you could have just been like, fuck it, nigga, you feel me? Whoever fucks with me, y'all gonna rock with this. But you got to start over again, OG. So it's showing me, I already know, like you're saying, I'm Neo too with you, God. We're Christ in this world. And
right.
like you're doing, I'm picking up the baton from you. You hear me, in the ancestors before. It's our time. And
Right. And I'm glad you said that because this is the lesson that I want everybody to walk away knowing and whatnot. Just know, and I have to be responsible because, like you said, people are watching my reaction and my movement, and they saying that this is how they will move. Even though if I be like, F it, you know what I'm saying? If I be like, F it, I'ma just, I'm gonna build my own streaming platform.
right.
I'll be available in the App Store. I'll be available in the Apple.
We gonna
That's
be
not,
on
but
there, bro. We
yeah,
gonna be
people
on
gonna
there.
be on it too. But in my mind, I'm like, you know what? I still gotta be mindful of the fact that millions upon millions of people are still on YouTube. They're not going
Exactly.
anywhere. They're still
Exactly.
there. They're still feeding from that stream. They're still getting information. Yes.
Hey, you ain't on TikTok like that though, huh?
I got my TikTok channel, but I'm not a TikToker, right? That is an algorithm that to be honest with you, I'm ready to barter a group of TikTok people for them to teach me certain things, and then I'll barter and teach them certain things about the algorithm that they need to know.
You gonna
Like we
blow
could
on
we
that
could swap it
motherfucker.
out.
Algorithm
No, I
knows.
already know. I already know. However, the algorithm that I programmed on TikTok because the first 5 videos that you upload is your algorithm that stays with you forever. Do you know that
Wow.
that is an AI? That TikTok is one of the only AI apps. It is an AI app that's dominating the whole market and whatnot. And the other apps don't have the type of capabilities. You got to research the company called ByteDance out of China, the parent company called ByteDance. This is an AI quote unquote app. This algorithm is unlike any other algorithm of social media. TikTok is different. So the approach to TikTok has to be from a more metaphysical science and a
Oh,
more nuanced. I can't just jump on TikTok and just play around
right.
because it is a different type of algorithm.
It is God. I hear you.
Yeah, yeah, it
That's why
is.
it's like with YouTube, the subscribers is crazy because I'm about to be able to go live on TikTok, right? But I
Yeah,
wanted to do the same with YouTube because I know there's so many people on here like looking for
yeah,
information. I'm constantly scrolling like, yo, where's Red at? Where's Black at? Where you hear me? Where's the guys at? Some Billy, somebody, man, some young niggas, like because
yeah.
it's like if you're not vibrating high, bro. Like you said, you're gonna get attacked by AJ Smith, my nigga. You gonna get a call to somewhere. You feel me? It's a worker, a girlfriend, right? These things in life and things. So I constantly gotta vibrate high with y'all, man.
Look, all I'm saying is you once you took the proverbial red pill,
Uh huh.
once you unplugged from the matrix, you
Yep.
put somebody on high alert. Once you put that somebody on high alert, you now are responsible for your movements every single day from that point on. You signed up for some shit that you got to understand what you just signed up for. You didn't sign up to play around. You didn't sign up to have to live the soft life. You didn't sign up to skip through the tulips and whatnot. You just signed up to basically be on the front lines to go up against the matrix the same way that all of them people who signed up to that shit was running with Neo and getting unplugged and all kind of stuff. That's what you signed up for. I mean, that's the closest thing that I could point that to. So I don't know what people, I'm not sure if people know that. But this is not a walk in the park. Never was. And I doubt that it will be. The stakes is high, like Smith and Walensky. All right. Who we got in the building? K in the building. Shout out to K. Shout out to K in the building. Shout out to where's Yemen? Is Yemen tapped in tonight? Where my niggas from Yemen? I'm fucking with Yemen the long way. Shout out to Yemen in the building. Yeah. Y'all outside. Y'all active. You dig? Bridget, you gotta connect your mic so we could talk to you, Bridget. How you doing? Come and talk to me. I'm gonna drop my link real quick in the chat. If y'all want to come on stage and talk to the world, chop it up with us. This is an open line. We are having conversations with the family tonight because why not? Everybody has a voice. We want to see what's going on. I know there's been an Arctic chill around the states lately and whatnot. We hope y'all stay warm. If there's people out there who need shelter and whatnot, man, you know, we just know that we working arduently to begin to provide some solutions in those fields and whatnot, so we don't got to keep going through these winters. Facts 24 on the way. That's a workbook, and that is a quote unquote tour. You understand? Facts 24, food, art, clothing, technology, and shelter on the way, right? On the way. First, we got to go out here to the desert and do the little ritual in the Tucson and go through the portal in Sedona, clean your aura and whatnot, tap into the crystal network, go grounding, do some breathing with Ross Ben and whatnot, do some meditation, do a little bit of yoga, do some hiking and get some downloads. And then we're going to do the tour called the Facts 24 tour, because it's that time. And this is what we've been charged to do this. So that's what's about to happen. You feel me? Food, art, clothing, technology, and shelter. Look, food. Okay, food, right? This is still food. This is legal, mind you. Please understand this. It's nothing wrong. There's nothing scary about this. There's nothing to hide. This is all legal. You see, it says CBD. Okay, Delta 44. This is all good. You know what I mean? This is all good as well. You know what I'm talking about? This is food. You know what I mean? They got art. Where's the art? We got artwork, we got clothing, we got technology, tablets, and then we got shelter with the Acre Boys and other people. We working on shelter, tiny homes, um, prefab homes, container homes. There's a lot of options that are beginning to make themselves very, very viable and available. So Facts 24, we coming to your city. We have Detroit already on the quote unquote roster. Let me go to my page real quick and show y'all. Shout out to Crumb TV. All right. Shout out to Crumb TV. I should hit him up and tell him to pull up. Mhm. Hold on, let me see something. We got Detroit on the radar. We got Tampa on the radar. We got Charlotte on the radar. What city should Facts Yeah. You said I heard Richfield was trying to buy NBC. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, there's some shit going down with the internet. It has something to do with the weather and whatnot. You know, there's these cold fronts out here in the south. Shit been going weird, like with the water. You gotta leave the faucet dripping. And I ain't talking about with that Amiri either. You literally gotta leave the faucet dripping at night. But yeah, the eagle has landed. Let's just say that the eagle has landed. Um, I need y'all to tap in for this new red pill strain. This new red pill strain is going crazy. I'm telling you, this new red pill is going crazy. This shit right here. And also for my astronauts, Pluto. All right, Pluto and Aquarius. For my astronauts, Pluto. You dig? Come and talk to me. Come and talk to me. I really wanna know you. Can I talk to you? I really come and tap in with Unc. Unc got you, baby. Unc gonna take care of you. You know what I'm talking about? Unc gonna take you where you need to go for the 24. Kobe, baby. You know what I'm talking about? I had you on that AI. You know what I mean? Now we in Kobe season. We had you on that MJ. Let's take you to Kobe. Mamba. You know, the mentality is Mamba. You feel me? Mamba all day. Ron Ray. Yeah. You like the artwork? I do too. Artwork on this is noise. It's noise artwork. Stargate Journeys. The artwork is noise. Mm-hmm. And the chocolates banging. You know, people don't drink, you know, they don't eat the shit to the face. You know, the raw, the chocolates banging. I promise you. To the point where, you know, you can make that date night. You can make that date night. Some plum wine and some chocolates, and you and Bay, y'all go to the space station. Y'all go to the space station. You might be playing Andre flutes, or you might put her down with some Bootsy Collins and some Funkadelic on the boomies. Oh yeah, yeah. You go in there. You go in there. You go in there. Pluto. Yeah, you outside the orbit. You breaking through the firmament. You breaking through the firmament. You and Bay. Y'all breaking through. Or if it's a solo dolo, because Mon fly solo too. Mon fly solo too. It could be a solo dolo trip. And it's still what's up with that Holy Ghost album. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. And that soon to come Purple Sprite. Did we tell you that we're changing the name of the musical project me and Blue Pill are currently embarking upon to Purple Sprite? Yeah. We was naming it The Pillars Got Something to Say, which was an artistical take on The South Has Something to Say by the beloved Andre 3000, who also happens to share the same birth year as us, 75. You know what I mean? We are of the same age bracket. Although, as you can see in that young man as well, you know, people, we kind of timeless. You know what I mean? You can't really pin us with an age because, you know, we just got this timeless thing with us, you know, and we got the whole fine wine situation going down too. You know, the more refined we get, you know what I'm saying? The more defined we get, and we only get better by the time, by the age, by the cycle, and whatnot. The year of the rabbit. Yeah. Not the year of the rabbit ears. The year of the rabbit. You know what I'm talking about? And what do rabbits do a lot? They energize. They do a lot of humping, like, you know, they do a lot of pumpernickel bread. You know what I'm talking about? And that creates a lot. You know what I mean? Rabbits, when I think rabbits, I just think creation, like, because they keep going. You know what I'm talking about? They keep going. So shout out to the year the rabbit. We should break out. I need to put some rabbit on. If there's any designers out there with some fire rabbit, holla at your people's Peter Rabbit over here. You know what I'm talking about? Dress me up. You know what I mean? Get me right. And you know, we you know, we can make history together. We can make history. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to all of my designers out there though. Shout out to all of my designers out there. King Tut want to know where's the Scorpion King 2? That is gonna come after the red. You're gonna have to get that sometime before the end. I can't put time on nothing, King. I promise you. When it comes to this music stuff, I have to use the disclaimer that from this moment forward, I'll never be able to give anybody a date. That's like saying, when is the child coming? I don't know. It's I saw a story where homie got 5 shorties pregnant at once. He's a TikToker. Is anybody following this young man? Can you affirm that this story is real or not? Is it real or is it it's because they out here skitting these little niggas, their whole life is a skit. You don't know what's real in this new world, like it should be, right? Like it should be. Prince didn't believe in celebrating birthdays because he believed it's a spell making us age. I'm trying to tell you, you know, I'm trying to tell you. Purple Sprite, I need a feature on that. I'm nice. Yeah, it don't work like that, King. It doesn't work like that. We don't just take people on because they say that they're nice. If you're not a part of, people is a way to get on albums. I sell my features. You know what I'm saying? I'm a business because I'm not signed to I'm signed, but I'm not signed to a Jewish label or a bank. But I am signed. Let's be clear. I am signed, but I'm not signed to no European. You know what I'm talking about? I'm signed though. And the the verses cost more than Birkins. You know what I mean? Some of the verses gonna cost more than some Birkin purses, you know. But yeah, we could work together if the music sounds like, what we would call, like you brought up Ampool's name, right? The reason why the Cambadas and the Ampools are important is because they set the bar to what's the standard that some people may be looking for when they be like, yo, step your shit up like Cam's level, or step your shit up production wise like Ampool, and creativity and originality. So there's a lot of shining examples of people that are putting out exemplary work, bodies of work, like Free Souls. His production, his sound, his cadence, a lot of the things, his rollouts, his videos, his visuals. He's creating what is known as a template. So thousands of upcoming conscious artists, they have something now to look at and be like, that's the bar that's being set. Go past that bar. Go past that. You said listen to my shit when it drops. Not at all. I don't do that. Now you playing games with my time. You know what I'm talking about? I'm not an A&R. I don't just press play like that. That's not how the artists that I know, that I've been introduced to in life, 98% of the times, it never happened that way. Never. There's never been some nigga that was in my inbox. Not you when I'm saying nigga, never ignorant, of course. There's never been somebody that just randomly came to the inbox, or somebody that I might have just been scrolling on the gram. Not to say never, 2%. 2%. 2%. 2%. You want your your wave to become more organically. Shake this shit up. Like make me pay attention. You niggas gotta work for this shit. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, Destiny said that you got bars. Are you talking about Brick City? Are you talking about Brick City Booga? Brick City Buddha? That's my guy right there. Him and his Wiz be on the. Yeah, I met him and AJ McQueen at the same time. Free Soul is lit. Free Soul is lit. You feel me? So yeah, for any artist that's out there, you got it. You should catch the God's attention. Like if Cambada inboxes me, an artist, and he's like, "Yo, my nigga, you gotta hear this dude." Then Cambada's word means a lot. That you've automatically been notarized. You've been notarized, stamped, and you've gotten a seal of approval to whereas I might never forget your name. That's not favoritism. That's not people choosing. That's literally life. That's how that shit work. You know what I mean? That goes for anything. Case in point, ladies, if your homegirl or somebody whose word that you be like, yo, her word is born, if she be like, yo, that nigga over there is laying some good wood, that's a fucking notification. That's a notarization. Like he's been completely stamped for life because on her word, like, yo, that if she says it, you know what I'm talking about? Like, it must be real. That's how that works. So you got to get certified by somebody who is out here certifying shit. You got to get the attention of the certifiers. You got to get the attention of the kingmakers. You got to get the attention of the stampers who basically are stamping shit because they're the filter system. You know how many people are, if I was like, yo, send me your demos, send me your song. You know how many people that I would have to be listening to sift through all of that cosmic slop to get to the real shit? I don't got time. I don't got time for that. My time is way valuable, bro. Every minute of my time is already accounted for. You know what I'm talking about? Literally. Up until the last day, bro. My shit is booked until you know how people be like, yo, I'm booked for readings until March. Nigga, I'm booked until the last day, until the last breath. They got me booked. So you'll have to squeeze some time in there somewhere. Yeah, let the art speak for itself. You know what I mean? Put your paintbrush out there. It's a lot of dope artists that are emerging and whatnot. This whole shit is a wave. This is literally gonna be the golden age of hip hop all over again. We are in it. This post 50th hip hop, this is gonna be a renaissance this year in music 2024. We already in it, bro. We already in it. Gabe, what up? Gabe, we changed the album to Purple Sprite, Gabe. It's not The Pills Got Something to Say. That's going to be a song more than likely. The Pills Got Something to Say, it just be a single. But Purple Sprite, not Dirty Sprite. People are like, Purple Sprite doesn't make much sense, guys, because, and I'm not, when I'm making the voice, I'm not trying to mimic that person. I don't want them to feel like I'm trying to clown, but I'm just got to give a voice to the mess. Purple Sprite, you guys don't drink lean, and I'm like, no, red and blue, the pills. When you put two pills and they fizz up, it's gonna turn to purple, right? That's the purple and the red and the blue. People always say, yo, what pill you taking? And it's like, what if we take both of them and put it in a Sprite? You know what I mean? Or the salsa water. And then you get the proverbial blurred, the blue and the red, the purple Sprite. So we are mixing up our styles. We mixing up our energies on this musical project. We are merging it. We are quote unquote shaking it up. We are pouring it together. It's not one or the other. It's the purple Sprite. It's the purple Sprite. So y'all are gonna enjoy this offering. You feel me? This one right here is for hip hop. We did this for the hip hoppers. We did this for the streets. That's why it's a mixtape, because that's where we come from. I come from DJ Clue. I come from the tunnel era. You feel me? And I ain't talking about the Lubavitch either. I ain't talking about them people, the Hasidics in Crown Heights. I come from the tunnel era. Peter Gation, right? Which is a very interesting parallel. Peter Gation, right? Listen to this. Look how this thing plays it out. And this, of course, is going to be in our upcoming magnum opus, right? My magnum opus is going to be The Fear of a Blackamoor Messiah, the Messiah Complex. We are going to be doing that either in February, late February, or maybe March. Fear of a Blackamoor Messiah, the Messiah Complex. That's the name of what we're going to be doing, moving into this next offering, this next dissertation, this next video essay, this next quote unquote, lesson that I'm going to bring to the family. And the foundation of what I'll be speaking on, or what I'll be teaching on, is the simple fact that there's a Messiah complex. There's a what we would call uh conflict of interest. Conflict of interest. The conflict of interest is the Messiah complex, that there are two or three groups of people hunting, searching, waiting for, and manipulating the timeline to what? Bring forward the Messiah, because the Messiah must arrive. So melanated people have a Messiah. So do the quote unquote Ashkenazis have a Messiah. And then so do the Christians, or the quote unquote evangelicals. They have their Messiah. The segment that I'm going to be speaking of is called The Tunnels of Set. Now, Peter Gation is the quote unquote, he is one of the underworld figures of the New York City night scene. He had one eye. Peter Gation is from Is It Real? Peter Gation is the man who brought in the ecstasy. That is one. He is a criminal. He went to jail. He is part of the criminal underworld. He is part of this so-called criminal underworld, or this mafia underworld, or this so-called crime syndicate that I'm going to be speaking of, that I'm going to be laying out, that I'm going to be exposing in my quote unquote dissertation upcoming lecture entitled Fear of a Blackamoor Messiah, Messiah Complex. Blackamoor, right? We don't celebrate Black History Month. We celebrate Blackamoor History Month, when the Moors were quote unquote defeated, and they were capitulated, meaning kicked out of Europe and whatnot at the end of a sword. They were capitulated. They were basically pushed into the sea, or they were pushed into the oceans, or they were pushed into the quote unquote maritime jurisdictions, and they became what are known as the pirates. They became what are known as the Pirates of the Caribbean. They became what is known as the Corsairs. They became what are known as the privateers and whatnot. They took to the seas, and they became waging war on the seas, similar to what you're seeing in the Red Sea with the Houthis right now, similar to what you're seeing on the Horn of Africa with the Somalians, similar to what you were seeing when you saw anything take place with the Barbary Wars or the Barbary pirates in the areas of Algiers, Tunisia, and quote unquote Tripoli, right? And also where Gaddafi, the great Gaddafi, was Libya, where the brother reigned supreme and whatnot. These are the areas of the Barbary Wars, or the Barbary powers. And this was our people when we were controlling the quote unquote seven seas. So they ran the Moors up out of there and whatnot, and the Moors became the Blackamoors. And then after the reclassification of Blackamoor, then you have just simply black. Okay, So once they took the blackamoor and they turned him into a black man and whatnot, then you have the complete deification or the decalcification of quote unquote Hiram Abiff. He is in the proverbial grave. He's in the quote unquote shallow grave. He will not arise from out of the shallow grave until after he changes his name. He cannot. How the hell could you be corpse and they like, I'm alive? No, you're not. You're still Frankenstein. I'm alive. You have to change your moniker. You got to change your attribute. You got to change your alter ego. You have to change your destination. You got to change your code. Can't be the same person. Forrest Gump and Bubba Shrimp. You know what I mean? You got to switch it up. You know what I'm talking about? So you have to change clothes. You have to change destinations. You have to change your name. So you cannot be black and still be and consider yourself to not be in the grave. As long as you say that you black, you are in the proverbial grave. You are Hiram Abiff. You are in a shallow grave that they cannot pull you out of with the lion's paw grip. That's what that means. So y'all want to hold on to black? Go ahead. Be my guest, right? That's why I say y'all, because I'm not holding on to it. I don't need it. It doesn't define me. It doesn't do enough for me. And I'm not under, I know that it's a crayon, it's a color, and it's a status. It is a status. It is not a nation. It is not defining man. It is not defining any type of quote unquote flag and whatnot. It is only denoting what you call it, status, right? Henceforth, the same people that we're talking about who come from Poland and whatnot, the Eastern European, they only recently became under the status on their birth certificates white. So if white was a nationality, wouldn't you think that they would always be white? Because you under the impression that these people who come over here with these hook noses that change their names and come up with all of these colorful histories that don't be true about themselves, you thinking that the rest of the people who consider themselves to be white was always looking at these people as their equals. They were not. They were never. And they don't. They do not. Those people actually had to marry in. Those Russian Jews married into highbrow society only 100 years ago in the rise of Hollywood. They cut their teeth with Hollywood by showing films like A Birth of a Nation, by putting our people in blackface and a jazz singer and all of those type of movies and whatnot, sleeping in the quote unquote bed with the Jewish mafia, sleeping with these underworld figures, these gangsters, these killers, these criminals, these robber barons, right? Who became leaders of industry. These are robber barons. These are criminals. These are lowlifes. These are murderers. These are thieves. These are dishonorable men. These are rapists. These are pedophiles. These are quote unquote dishonest men and whatnot. These are predators. That's who are running. That's who's been running the show. That's who's running the show. Those are the people in charge. Those are the people who are head of industry. That's big pharma. That's Hollywood. That's the armed forces. That's military. That's all of these people. That's who's running the show. Okay? And it all heads all the way back to King Charles. Right back to his doorsteps. These are some maniacal, right? Almost inhuman, lizard-like, right? Heartless, soulless, diabolical, unnatural, godless groups, a cartel. I'm talking about a cartel the size of, you have no idea. You have no idea. The biggest drug dealers you talk about BMF, these are the biggest drug dealers on the planet. Okay? These are the biggest dope pushers on the planet. We talking about them alphabet boys and whatnot. We talking about them alphabet boys. Okay? They've been running down on the Moors ever since the capitulation of the Moors, and they've been vowing to destroy them. There's been a crusades on our people ever since we got defeated in the 1400s. They've been sending waves and waves and waves and waves and waves and waves of opposition our way to make sure that we never wake up again and we remain in this shallow grave. Because one small inkling, one goddamn viral interview, one word will basically take the sleeping giant who's out there snoring and whatnot, right? Who's out there snoring, okay? And wake that sleeping giant up. And when that sleeping giant wakes up, it is going to shake the pillars of this matrix and make more shit collapse because they are. I'm logging off, y'all. Yo, hit the Cash App. I'm about to run a Billy up tonight. I promise you. I'm about to run a Billy up, bro. Hit the Cash App. Let's go. I'm going to Tucson to act a damn donkey, bro. I literally want to drive off with a crystal tub. That was it right there. You hit it right there. That's the Baggington. Socketry to the pocketry right there. I'm good. You know how when somebody be like, they get up from the fire table, when they get up from the food table, be like, I ate, my nigga. I'm full. I'm full with that one right there. I'm full. My belly is full. You know what I'm talking about? You said that will. That's it right there. But yeah, man, we're gonna explore the crime syndicate. Yo, I'm gonna lay this thing out, man. This is Monday. Maybe on Third Eye Thursdays, I'm gonna lay this case out in a small. I think I'm gonna do like a master class, a free master class, where I'm just gonna give people like 2 hours of some undeniable facts about the British Empire. Just the British Empire, nobody else. Just the British Empire. I just want to show people what the British Empire is. You look at is it real and you think that that's is it real and you don't know that that's the British Empire. You don't understand that they set that shit up. You don't know that they set that shit up. You wasn't really told that. Lord Balfour and all of that. You know what I mean? You don't know who Lord Balfour is. You don't know about Lord Rothschild. You know what I mean? You don't know that when Britain, they sent a letter and whatnot, the British Empire, right? Remember, we talking about the Lizard Queen who was out here collecting souls and all kind of crazy shit. The Lizard Queen. We talking about the conquering, the discovery of doctrine where they conquered in the name of the crown and the church, right? So the Vatican and the crown. So these people who they said lost the war in America, I'm going to show you the undeniable proof that they did not lose the war. Look at this shit right here. You can't really, think about it. They telling you that they lost it, but there's a lot of proof to show that they didn't lose that war. You know what I mean? The British Empire, they fell back and they became banking institutions. They fall back and they became they put themselves into they were able to put themselves and rebrand themselves and hide their money in all of these offshore accounts and create all of these quote unquote entities the same way that they had entities when they were selling human beings, right? When they had holding companies and they were selling human bodies and insuring them and whatnot, and they had the African Trading Company and the Royal Trading Company. Well, the same way that they were pushing dope in China, right? Nobody wants to talk about the fact that they put the whole goddamn Asia, they had an opium Yeah, man. Y'all make sure that y'all support your brother, right? Who you say that you got the love for and you want to keep pushing. You feel me? Because in the midst of all of these attacks on my account, amidst of all of these denials that they're trying to hit me with and block this information, will never stop. They can't stop it. You understand? The information got to come out. So what I want to share with you is the simple fact that you were only told that the British Empire lost these wars going all the way back to the revolution, right? But I have proof to show that that might be refuted and whatnot. Check this out. Check this out.
Jeremy, but basically Ron DeSantis tried to take away Disney World's rights of self-governance since they're pushing all the child grooming stuff lately. And Disney World came back and was like, not so fast. We only answer to the crown. And this is just almost hilarious if you know what's going on, because they would never ever admit this unless they were forced to in a situation like this. But they basically admitted, like, you don't have jurisdiction over us because we're owned by Britain. So for those of you who are like confused by this, apparently the land that Disney World is on is owned by the crown. And so since like 1960, Disney World has basically been a tax-free sovereign district, you know, exempt from taxes and anything to do with federal statutes. And they basically claim to just be like an apolitical charity. You know, Disney does a lot of charity work so that they can be tax exempt. Then they started pushing all this woke stuff, and so Ron DeSantis was like, all right, guys, you want to get involved in politics? Then let's do politics. We're going to take away your tax exempt status in Florida. But then Disney World came back and pulled out this clause from the British Bill of Rights, which is a royal clause that dates back to like 1692. And it says that essentially Britain has sovereignty over any territory of the crown until the last descendant of King Charles III has passed. And I don't know if you saw this story, Jeremy, but basically Ron DeSantis tried to take away Disney World's rights.
So Ron had to drop out of the race, right? Because Ron is going on a woke. Ron was on a woke crusades, right? And Ron was blowing shit up. Ron is out here making shit hot. So Ron got to sit his ass down, right? But what Ron managed to do by Ron ruffling some feathers and whatnot is Ron was able to show the hand of the crown, right? And the meddling in affairs that the crown has over here in the Americas. Not only that, but when you consider how many missing children have come up in Disney World, when you consider the fact that there are all kind of stings that take place in Disney World and they are taking down all kind of pedophile rings and whatnot. Thank you, Ebony, for the cash app. When you factor in the fact that they built fiber optic cables leading from where? Orlando, Florida, going all the way to where? Britain, London, the UK, right? Right where the Buckingham Palace is. These are fiber optic networks, right? And they built them under where? Under the sea. Under the sea. And where? Inside of tunnels. So if Disney has these secret tunnels and these secret floors and whatnot, and you have all of these missing children, yet they have tunnels that go, they have fiber optic tunnels that you could look this up. Fiber optic tunnels that connect Florida, Orlando, Florida, going right across this pond and whatnot into Europe and whatnot. Then we may find out where these children are being, quote unquote, transported and ferried and whatnot. So that was something that was opening up a lot of people's eyes about the fact that Disney is owned by the crown. I bet you would have never known that if it were not for the lawsuit and if it were not for the actual governor of Florida pushing buttons and whatnot and making them expose themselves. He's going against the script. Ron DeSantis may have crossed the line that he may never come back from. Because why? Because I said a minute ago, you're dealing with gangsters. You're not dealing with CEOs and timid people and whatnot. You're dealing with mafia. You're dealing with people who are tougher than the cartel. You're dealing with bloodlines who are hired killers and whatnot. And these are some sadomasochists who stack bodies up for a living. All right. These people who run these industries, especially a conglomerate like Disney, yeah, they don't play these type of games that you think that they play. And they're tied in to some very underworld figures. Okay. So the British Empire, let's go back to the British Empire and let's begin to examine the role that the British Empire plays in every single conflict that is taking place right now. They are the proverbial hidden hand that people do not see because they are appearing to us as a very timid and non-suspecting group. They are appearing to us as something that is not necessarily seen as an imperialistic threat. But I'm here to let you know, not only imperialism, but pure, we were talking about crime syndicates. We're not talking about just imperialism. We're talking about the foundation of criminal syndicates around the world. And those criminal syndicates include, but are not limited to, organ harvesting, sex trafficking, human trafficking, drug trafficking, weapons trafficking, money laundering, kidnapping, okay? Espionage, extortion, racketeering. This is what the gangsters, right, of Is It Real are known for. This is what the gangsters that are known as the banksters are doing. This is what the junior mafia, the Jewish, Gooish mafia, the quote unquote the Lubavitch out of Brooklyn. I want you to see this right here, to pay attention to what we're talking about. And when we show you these people, I want you to think about Russian Jews. I want you to think about the fact that there are a lot of Jews in France. And I want you to there's a lot of them in the UK as well. And I want you to know that the people that I'm showing you, these are the people that run the diamond trade, okay, in the diamond district. And they're the ones who have high influence in New York.
One of the most strongest members of the truth movement who has a global audience, and he's going to speak to some very particular details here. So I encourage our listeners to listen up and review this back in the archive. It's going to be good for you. Please, would you please answer questions about the Chabad Lubavitch organization?
First of all, you have to understand the nature of the Ashkenazi Jewish construct, or how it was formed. Basically, Ashkenazi Jews were converts to Judaism in the year 760, and they come from an area of the world called Khazaria, which is in the steppes of Russia near the Caucasus Mountains and Georgia and Armenia. The group that has become Orthodox, they have an orthodoxy. They follow some very draconian, sometimes and bizarre practices. They wear the black hats and they have the curly hair and the whole bit. This particular group formed their own search for the Messiah, their messianic search, and they believe they found it in a generational seat that is held by different people within their movement. And that last guy that they had was a guy named Menachem Schmerson. The Lubavitch is an offshoot of that, and what they've done is they've gone around the world and set up what they call Lubavitcher prayer centers for Jews. Basically what it is a jumping off.
One of the most strongest members of the truth movement who has a global audience, and he's going to speak to.
So The video is about 4 minutes. I only put up a minute on my page. I will put the whole 4 minute up on Patreon, right? So what they're exposing in this video in only 4 minutes, I learned so much, because what they're doing initially is they're tying in a criminal network that exists inside of the Jewish community that is a front, right? The same way that the Italian mafia had a front, right? They were fronting behind certain religious organizations, they were fronting behind certain social organizations, unions and shit like that. Well, these same people who they just discovered tunnels in Brooklyn, right? These same people who are tied into the blood diamond industry, these same people who are the slum lords in New York City, because they the ones that own the majority of the real estate. These same people are also organized criminals that are responsible for a lot of assassinations, a lot of drug smuggling, right? Because remember, the ecstasy and all of the MDMA and all of that shit came out of Tel Aviv, okay? It came out of Is It Real, bro? That whole party drug scene. Like I said, Peter Gation from the tunnel era. He also had a club. He turned a church into a club and he called it the Limelight, right? He had one eye, Peter Gation, the one-eyed man in the land of the blind. He actually, I think he was on America's Most Wanted or one of those profile shows and whatnot. Peter Gation was a gangster. He was a Jewish gangster from back in the days, and he was the head of the tunnel, right? So when you see this whole thing popping off and you see that the tunnel era, which was christened, the tunnel era belonged to Puff Daddy. The tunnel era belonged to P. Diddy. The tunnel era belonged to Bad Boy. The tunnel era belonged to the take that, the shiny suit theory. The tunnel era belonged to All About the Benjamins, money, holes, bank rolls, and clothes. The tunnel era represents not just an era, but it represents a program and an algorithm. That program and that algorithm is still at play in hip hop and through the culture. It is what pop culture, it's what made hip hop pop culture. Let's be clear. Don't mention Drake respectfully or anybody else to come out of the South respectfully and not disrespectfully, because what I'm speaking about is foundation, not what comes as a result after foundation is laid. Don't talk to me about the windows when I'm talking to you about the door. You understand what I'm saying? So the foundation of hip hop going into what is known as pop culture, not to say that I'm championing hip hop being pop culture. I'm just saying that that's where it is right now. The one who actually initiated that quote unquote push would have been, I would say, Def Jam. It started with Russell and them, but it got picked up by P. Diddy by way of Clive Davis, when he was the one who was charged by the CIA in the 70s before P. Diddy or any of that, when he was Little Diddy. You feel me? When he was Little Diddy, Clive Davis was already running plays for the CIA and the feds, and he was infiltrating black music by way of the Philadelphia sound, because there's a white paper that was written that was talking about the need for the record industries to infiltrate the black music, because the black music was too independent. It had too much quote unquote power, too much prestige. Isaac Hayes and them was going crazy with Stack Records and whatnot. They were making revolutionary music, and the love music was basically breaking the quote unquote program, and they were not able to control our people. We were excelling. We were excelling in business. We were excelling in our social quote unquote interactions and whatnot. We were making music that was operating at a certain frequency, at a certain hertz and whatnot. We were not making 404 music. We were making real soul music, soul glow, love music. Page 43 Jet Magazine music. You understand? When you look at the pictures of the mid 70s and the early 70s, and I always go on record saying that the 70s may be the best decade for our people. The people are literally glowing, and I don't think it's a camera trick. I don't think it's a camera trick. I think it was the frequency. I think it was the ionosphere. And people's auras was so bright, and they were so free and whatnot, and they were so expressive. The weed was good. You understand? The food was good. You feel me? It looked like the loving was good. The music was good. The vibes was good. They even said that the fish scale was good. You dig? So they were in a flow state. They was tapped in, and then they was like, yeah, let's cook this crack up. Let's kill Bob Marley. You feel me? Let's get this crack shit popping, and let's roll this gang shit. Let's infiltrate this gang stuff. Let's pour this gang thing, because the record industry is mafia. The record industry is gangsters and killers. The record industry is the people that killed their way to build Hollywood, and they killed their way to make Las Vegas. They showed you that in Casino. And they showed you that in the movie with any movie with Maya Lansky, because he's the gangster, he's the crime kingpin. And when we say these things, we're not romanticizing this shit. We're not romanticizing it. We're not normalizing it. We're telling you that since the British Empire conquered these Americas, they've been running rampant with crime syndicates and crime families, killing and destroying shit and everything that comes in it. These are cowboys, these are outlaws, these are criminals, these are demons, these are devils. These are the ones who have poisoned a lot of our people and have convinced them and coerced them to take up criminology and whatnot. But criminology is just as American as apple pie. I'm here to let you know. Do not be hoodwinked and bamboozled, okay? I'm talking about this is in their bloodline. This is a part of their families. You understand? And they got this shit. They got you thinking that, because y'all sell a little some crops and whatnot, and y'all might dibble and dabble in a few things, that your whole family is rotten to the core, when the foundation, y'all, the founding fathers, y'all, the whole goddamn from Washington to the Adams, these are mound gritters. You feel me? They were trespassing on sacred land, on ancestral property. They were out here drilling real people who were landowners, chiefs and whatnot. They was spinning the block and doing hits. They was doing hits. These were hitmen. Okay. When the Ku Klux Klan was pulling up on our people, these are immigrants underneath those white sheets. Keep that in mind. These are aliens, the same way that they letting all of these people through the borders right now. And what if those people get deputized and weaponized and whatnot, and then they turn into the same way that they had these white people during the Civil War that were barefoot, banshees and whatnot, indenture servant, chimney cleaners, looking like Sasquatch. I'm talking about wild men and whatnot. And then they put weapons in those people's hands, right? They put weapons in those people's hands. Those are like rednecks and shit like that. The same way that if they weaponize and deputize all of these men and all of these people who have invaded into the states and whatnot, then you're gonna have yourself a repeat of history. You're gonna have yourself a repeat of history. They already set they set the quote unquote the landmine. The landmines are already set. All somebody got to do is step on them shits. You feel me? All somebody got to do is step on it. So it's a lot of things at play. 2024, Facts 24 is the solutions. You know what I mean? We come into a town near you with solutions. We're also coming to a town near you with free things. We're also coming to a town near you with services and products. We're also coming to a town near you with opportunity. We're going to come with Career Day. We're also going to come with these tablets. The play for the tablet is still going strong. Let me see. I could drop the link right here. Let me see if I could drop the link for anybody who wants to see if they can qualify for this free tablets that we're doing. Let me take you to a commercial and show you this. You know what I mean? You might have to go to my IG and just DM. You feel me? Let me show you. All right, hold on. This is the trip.
Peace, family. Peace to you and yours, brother Richfield, reporting live and direct. Yes, we are in snowbird mode, all right? It is time to leave the Arctic cold and go west, okay? So February 1st to the 6th, meet us in Tucson, Arizona. Seating is limited, okay? We will be joined by Ross Ben. We will be joined by our good brother Amun. Brother Red and Blue will be in the building, and many more guests. This is going to be something that you cannot miss. The International Gym and Stone Show. Vendors going to be on deck. There's going to be all types of things. I promise you. Make sure that you tap in. The link is right there. See you in AZ. Peace, family. Peace to you and yours, brother Richfield, reporting live and direct. Yes, we are in.
Make sure y'all tap in for that. That's gonna be that right there is gonna be legendary. All right, let me go and show you this though real quick. Shout out to Fanny. I could do magic. I could do Fanny. Okay, and Detroit, like I said, we pulling up in Detroit February the 24th and the 25th. Shout out to the Detroit family. All right, we look forward to seeing y'all February the 24th to the 25th. I'm bringing the facts out there to Detroit, facts on the 24th, and then the next day on the 25th, we have it's gonna be a private affair. That one's gonna be lit though, you know what I mean? And we'll give you more information on that as we move towards it. Where is that video? Check this out. This is from last Monday. Shout out everybody that came out to Melanin Mondays. I'll see y'all next Monday. Who y'all think we should have as a special guest? I wanna take the people's I wanna vote. I wanna see what y'all want. Who do you think I should bring as a guest for Melanin Monday next Monday in Atlanta, y'all? Let me know. We'll see if we can make it happen. Yeah, well, I was trying to find something. But yeah. Lizzie Jeff, brother Yusef. Yeah, it would help if they in Atlanta. You feel me? It would help if they in Atlanta. Crip Jesus. Okay. I could talk to Crumb about Crip Jesus. I know that he's been on his channel and whatnot. Let me see some. Yeah, so Ampool. Okay. Like as a musical guest, or what you think as a musical guest? Cat Williams, right? We could get Cat in the Hat up there to do something. I don't see that outside of my reach though. I think I don't think Like a Cat Williams feature, that wouldn't be hard at all. Let Blue talk to the people. I was thinking that too. I was thinking that. Yeah, I was thinking that. I think it's time for a Blue Winter. This nigga said Sonetta. Yeah, I've been watching some old Sonetta videos, bro. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I didn't even realize it, but god damn it. Talk about internet gold. I was looking at some old Sonetta videos, bro. Man, that's classics right there. The shit we was going on, the shit we had going on those videos. Just looking at the crowd, like just I'm watching videos and I'm seeing people in the audience or just people literally walking by that are like IG models and TikTok stars these days. Like just in the or just in the passing by because it's 125th Street and literally, you know, everybody walks down that street. Everybody walks down that street. So it's capturing and picking up. And I got my face recognition. My shit is up these days. So I'm spotting everybody. And then think about it. AI is here and the new technology. So you'll be able to run these old videos through the technology and it can spot mad different things. It's intelligent. So it's communicating with the footage, bro. I don't think y'all know, man. The classics, this shit, this on the internet right now. No disrespect to any of the footage or the content or whatever the whatever now is. It can't hold the flames to the Harlem era, to the early YouTube era. It ain't. It's not doing that. That outside shit. That nothing is that shit was too raw. You feel me? That shit was too raw. You know what I mean? Like it was too raw. It's been soiled. The memories of it, unfortunately, have been so soiled and stained, I would say. And corrupted is a good way. Corrupted is a good way. You know, like when you get a file that's corrupted, you can't look at that file anymore. You can't necessarily enjoy that file. You know what I mean? So the memory is corrupted. The memory is corrupted in a way. So it's hard for us to even look back on it and see the sunny side of things. I literally had to go diving in to the memory banks of the experience. And it's very rich in so much positivity and enlightenment, void of any negativity, void of any nigga shit, void of any of that. I'm talking about there's gold out there. So kudos to the memories, y'all. Kudos to the times that have already occurred. Ye are rich. If you already put in work, you should be spending more time focusing on how to turn that work into some work. Into some work. Don't overburden yourself. I promise you. In the words of AA, who seen AA on higher levels though? Who seen that? Prince Solomon of Thought Crimes. If you could get in touch with Prince Solomon, I could chop it up with him. I watch Thought Crimes. I respect that channel. You know? But that Harlem run is legendary. The story, yeah, AA was dropping big gems on higher level conversations. If y'all don't know, the brothers on EYL, go and check out the latest episode with AA Rashid, 3 hours. The brother will force you to think. That's the best thing that I could say about him. He's going to force you to think. His mind is unlike any other mind. And for those of us that appreciate an intelligent mind, he's going to deliver. You know what I mean? He's like they say, He's giving. He's giving. He's giving. You know what I mean? He's feeding the people what they came for. So, you know, that shit is gonna go viral. And we're gonna keep making, we're gonna keep making the strides, and we're gonna keep opening the doors, and we're gonna keep stepping in these rooms and, making our mamas proud. You know what I mean? So that's all. The Cash App is Rich Phil 44. Rich Phil PHIL 44. All right. And I appreciate everybody for their continued investment. I appreciate everybody for their continued support. I appreciate everybody for their continued quote unquote tips and whatnot. I appreciate all of these things. You dig? And it's a continuance. Nothing never stopped. It never slowed down. Not 1 minute, not 1 second. This shit been going strong forever. It is the year of the rabbit. You know what I mean? This shit been going. Crypto, Chicago crypto. That's the next one to pull up. I want to see Ra Aku up there. You feel me? You brothers saved millions of lives on 125th, the redirection into consciousness instead of BS. That part. That part. I'll never know how many lives I single-handedly saved, because keep in mind, I was the one up there talking about social entrepreneurship, business, technology, multiple income streams, Afrofuturism, Bitcoin, blockchain. I was outside talking that shit. Even with the history, even with the Moors, even with creativity. I'm like, yo, creative industry, economics, creative economics, group economics, digital convergence, because I'm not just talking about collaboration. I'm actually showing up on mad different platforms, and I'm successfully collaborating. It's one thing to talk about it, then it's another thing to do with it. I'm on Baba TV. I got a whole playlist with Baba TV, and this is for people that just found out, because you could still search my name, and people be like, I miss you, Red Pill. Nigga, I got mixtapes online. You better put Red Pill and Blue Pill, Sonetta TV, or Black Magic 363. You go, bro. It's enough. It's enough to feed you out there. Believe you me, it's enough to feed you out there. I got a whole Uber Eats full of motherfucking food for thought. You just gotta go and pull that shit up. We working on the app, and we're working on building a new repository, because it's a lot of files. It's almost like a year's full of work. So if we have some volunteers, pull up. If there's volunteers out there who want to expedite the process and help us to build up this quote unquote server, put all these old videos back out there, yeah, pull up. You know what I mean? But in the meantime, between time, we making new content, because we don't stop. Content is king. Content is king. So yeah, consistency is a motherfucker, and it will be rewarded, if not now, tomorrow. But consistency is something that you can't fake. Can't fake consistency. And that's what it's been, and that's what it's gonna be. So with that being said, love and light to the family. Y'all stay dangerous. And like I said, this show is sponsored by Tucson, Arizona, Crystal Sun Rising. All right. Hit the QR button right there. You could take a picture with with your phone and hit the QR button, put the camera over it. It will take you to the website. If you don't want to do that, the link is in the description, and it will take you to the RSVP website. We have rates for anybody that want to come on a daily, if you want to come by the class, or if you want to come for the whole 5 days and experience an experience that you can never ever experience again anywhere else with anyone else. Okay, couples and singles, but we only got like 5 seats, so hurry up and get your ticket. And with that being said, love, light to the family. We'll see y'all soon. Peace.